I don't know. I want to make a video. I was reading whatever, and I'm like, I don't know if this is it, and or if I should or what, but I don't know. But I don't know. I want to say, and then I started thinking of something else, and I'm like, maybe, you know, so, hmm. I don't know. I felt like not even to go here, but I don't know. All the other stuff I thought I was gonna come say is whatever. But there's a lot of people who literally said, if you speak to, never mind. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not like, so, okay, so there was literally a pastor at a church that I am banned from who said I threatened him when I never said a word threatening in any way, shape, or form to him. And, I kept watching some of his sermons, and, first off, he gave a sermon the day after I spoke to him about grace through faith. He gave a sermon that was literally pure devil, which is not even online. And I don't know, maybe God humbled him. I don't know. But, and it was just, like he literally tells people, oh, people who grace through faith, this, that, and devil snatching out and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, but then, there's another, sermon he gave like a couple days later, or I don't know, a couple days. It might have been weeks later. I went back and looked at it. First off, this pastor, I prayed for him because he wasn't good. One, he was like, you're defaming me. One, he told me to take back. I told him that he does not he believes in works-based salvation. He's like, no, I don't. And I wouldn't take that back. And so I don't know if that was what he was talking about. I also said he lied. I also said that he says things he shouldn't be saying. And he's like, you're defaming me, never come back. And I prayed for him. This grace through faith, I don't know how strongly it is to get people to believe it again, but God couldn't for the life of him, at that time at least, get that man to believe in true grace through faith. But what he could do is send this guy to Africa, where people wouldn't maybe understand his humor, and maybe he won't keep on talking corrupt speech and that stuff, which is what I told him. And I don't know, maybe. Anyways, a few weeks later, he ended up giving a sermon, which, I don't know, he was talking to sometimes he says things that I'm like, he says something I was actually going through and I could relate to, and I'm like, God is speaking. But then there's another time, I don't know if this was, or actually I don't know, I think I did see new people were coming to his church. I don't know if there was a person at his church that this was about, but I was watching online, and he's like, if anyone here thinks that they're the crying prophet, he's like, you are not the crying prophet. You probably need to get on medication. And I don't even believe on, medication, but he was literally to prove his point, you should probably get on medication. And I'm like, okay, literally that's what I'm trying to tell you. You'll literally say stuff like that, tell people to go get on medication and stuff like that, just to, I don't know, but maybe there was someone there that had this little thing. I never believed that about myself, but I'm literally reading Jeremiah. I left off in anyways, and it's literally saying the exact stuff that I've been going through. The other day, I don't know if I want to get into that. I'm not saying this is about me. I just think it's really odd that it's identical, that all of these prophets, or the false prophets, all these prophets I'm trying to speak to, literally every single one of them has banned me and told me if I talk to them or their church, I am harassing them. And literally I just read Jeremiah 20 or whatever, and it's these people are like, hey, if you tell us what the Lord says one more time, we're going to report you. I'm not, maybe I did it wrong. I wonder if I was supposed to do these things. I'm not saying it's about me. I just think it's really weird that the exact same thing happened. And then whatever. And then it talks about, and I'm not going to get into that. That's whatever. But I'm reading this. It's literally identical stuff that's going on. Because I wonder what we could have done. When I've gone over this, I'm like, I don't know. Should I even? What happened? Is this? Should I put it? I don't know. I wonder about the war. I don't even know about World War I or anything about that. But World War II, I'm like, did we even have to go there? Because, in my mind, I'm like, first off, we're America. This has nothing to do with us. This probably isn't it. But I'm like, whatever's going on, literally once again, Jeremiah described word for word what was going on. I don't know, someone out there who actually can prophesy for this. Maybe you can, maybe someone has, but it literally says, Judah, I'm literally gonna send people after you and, to wipe you out. They're like, God is literally, I'm gonna wipe you out, my people, with war and famine and plague, but literally with war. I mean, Hitler literally sent like a gas chamber in that, but I don't know if that's what plague. But anyways, and literally word for word, it's in here, word for word in Jeremiah. It literally says, I'm going to send people after you. I'm over here. I'm like, what could have happened? Maybe God just wanted to literally blow these people up. Literally blow these people up. That's what he says. I'm not saying, I'm just saying that's what he used to do. Or that's what he does. And I'm like, I don't want to say what I kind of hypothesized, but this is what happened. Literally, word for word, Jeremiah, it's like, I'm going to send the country after you to wipe you all out. And then I'm going to send someone else to wipe them out. I forget who he says to send. He says, I'm going to wipe them out, more or less. But that's the thing, is I don't think the United States had to do anything. I think God had a plan. We literally didn't have to do anything. What I wonder about is, like, did the devil literally inspire someone to attack us? And another thing is, one, it was Hawaii, which is riddled with idolatry. So if anywhere they could have attacked, they attacked the country that's literally riddled with idolatry. And they, while also being like, whoa, these Christians, screw them, they're trying to hostile take over us, and they're still literally doing their idolatry. Now we got all Christians, probably with Alzheimer's, because they go to Hawaii and think, oh, look at all these wonderful this and that, look at their culture. Yeah, guys, culture. Sorry, guys, but I literally worked in the prison of Hawaiians, and they won't stop cussing. They won't stop. There's literally Hawaiian, he was on medication, I don't know, whatever, to literally cut a person's neck in the faith pod from Hawaii. And I don't think that they're fully getting conformed to the will of the Father, because they still believe in transgenderism. They believe in idolatry and all of this witchcraft and nonsense. Just saying. I feel like I don't know. Someone say something. I don't know. And so anyways, did the devil literally inspire someone to attack Hawaii? Of all the places they could have, that's the one you can. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But then, so what, and just because they knew that God had a plan, maybe they even read Jeremiah. They're like, something's going to happen. I mean, Russia helped us. Weren't they against us in World War I? I don't know. They literally got Russia to help us. They could have taken care of business. Just saying. I don't know. Then God also sends sickness and diseases. That's what Jeremiah said. It's not just war, sickness and disease. God can do that. He wiped out some Native Americans. Don't blow me up. I'm saying it. He wiped out Native Americans with sickness and disease. Literally, God could have done something like that. He could have helped Russia, could have Italy, France, whoever, to do whatever. We never had to get involved. God literally got an entire country surrounded by water so no one can attack us. I don't know.